All right, let's dive in and solve a modern business mystery. We're talking about a billion-dollar riddle that connects some of the absolute biggest companies on the planet, and trust me, the answer is going to change how you see the world around you. So what is it? What's the big secret? I mean, think about it. What do companies like Uber, Airbnb, and even Spotify all have in common? It's a strategy that completely flips the traditional rules of business on their head. And once you get it, you're going to start seeing it absolutely everywhere. So to crack this riddle, we first need to look at the clues. And the funny thing is, the clues are hidden in plain sight, right inside the business models of these giants. Let's start uncovering the pattern. Okay, let's kick things off with a paradox that might bake your noodle a bit. Uber is the world's largest taxi service. Millions of rides every single day. And yet, it owns zero cars. Now picture a classic taxi company, right? Its value is all tied up in physical assets. A whole fleet of cars it has to buy, maintain, and insure. That is a huge amount of money. Uber, on the other hand, it invests its money in technology, not metal. This is our first major clue. And it's the exact same pattern with Airbnb. It's the world's biggest accommodation provider. We're talking more listings than the top 5 hotel chains combined. But it doesn't own a single building, not one. While a hotel chain is spending billions on real estate and upkeep, Airbnb is just focused on its platform. That lets it scale globally with just a tiny fraction of the physical investment. You starting to see the connection here? And believe me, this model is everywhere you look. DoorDash is a massive food delivery service that owns no kitchens. eBay is a global marketplace that holds zero inventory. Robinhood makes millions of trades happen but doesn't own the securities. And Spotify, it gives you access to pretty much all the music in the world without owning the record labels. Okay, let's just pause for a second. What is really happening here? How are these companies building these massive, multi-billion-dollar valuations without owning any of the physical stuff that traditionally defined their industries? This, right here, is the very heart of the billion-dollar riddle. And that brings us to the big reveal. We've seen the clues, we've seen the pattern, and now it's time to uncover the principle that powers this entire model. It's a simple idea, but man, is it profound. Here it is. This is the key insight, the one principle that unlocks this whole thing. You don't need to own it to profit from it. See, these companies understood that the real value wasn't in owning the cars or the houses. Nope, it's in something else entirely. Instead of owning all the stuff, they just connect the dots. That's the secret. Their whole business isn't about ownership, it's about connection. We can call this the connector model, but in the business world, you'll hear it called an asset-light model. And that name is perfect. Instead of sinking tons of money into physical things that lose value over time, these companies invest in building and managing powerful networks. They create a platform that connects people who have a need with people who can fill that need. They're basically expert matchmakers, and they take a small fee for making that connection happen. So, what does this all mean for you? Why should you care? Well, this isn't just some boring business school lesson. It's a completely new way to see where value actually comes from in our world today. Let's break down how you can apply this way of thinking. Their playbook it breaks down into 4 pretty simple steps. First, you identify a common need, like I need a ride or I need a place to stay. Second, you find the people who can meet that need, the drivers, the hosts. Third, you build a killer platform, usually an app, that makes it super easy to connect these 2 groups. And finally, you make the transaction smooth and simple, and you collect a fee for your service. That's it. So the most important takeaway here is this. Value has shifted. It's no longer just about owning the thing, the car, the house, the inventory. The real, scalable, massive value today lies in creating and owning the connection. And so this leaves us with one final powerful question to think about. And this one is for you. Think about the little problems you see every day. What resources are sitting around, just waiting to be used? What needs aren't being met? What dots are just waiting out there for someone like you to connect?